Hello and welcome back to the realities of owning and running a pack and ship store. My name is Rob, and today we're here to talk about customer engagement, more specifically, customer engagement beyond the sale. Historically, how it went for my pack and ship store, a customer would come in for a particular service we were offering, let's say pack and ship. They would complete the transaction and they would leave. And hopefully, the next time they needed a mailbox or shredding or whatever service I had, they would come back. But I had no idea whether or not they would. I had no control over where this customer relationship went. And it wasn't until about 6, 7 months ago that I learned that within my POS system, which happens to be ShipRite, that I can take all of the customers that have done business with us when I use through the ShipRite and bring them over to either an email management software or a customer relationship management software. I had no idea that that was a possibility. And when I learned and implemented it, it has been eye opening. I am now able to engage with customers who've done business with us and reach out to them on a regular basis. It is something that I would encourage all package ship owners to do because, again, it's creating that top of mind brand awareness with people who do business with you, and it's so simple and easy to do. The reaches are very simple and very fast. So, without further ado, let us jump in and get started with the first slide. Are you engaging with your customers? So if you are not engaging with them, again, beyond the sale, hopefully this slide will change your mind. So returning customers spent 67% more than new customers. 60% of brands say that investing in digital customer engagement has improved their ability to meet changing customer needs. Investment in digital customer engagement increased revenue by 90% on average. Folks, this is a huge game changer. 90% through digital customer engagement. Again, something so easy and painless to do. Customers who are fully engaged represent an additional 23% premium in terms of share wallet, profitability, revenue, and revenue growth. In contrast, actively disengaged customers represent a 13% discount in those same measures. So, what is customer engagement? The long definition is it's ongoing cultivation of a relationship between the company and consumer, and it goes beyond the in-store transaction. It is intentional, a consistent approach by a company that provides value at every customer interaction, thus increasing loyalty. The short answer, it is staying in front of your customer on a regular basis when they're not in your store. And that is done mostly through relevant content through marketing and engagement campaigns that encourage repeat customer interactions. And we'll touch on more on this in a second. But first, let's take a look at 5 reasons why customer engagement is important. I learned this one way back in my sales days, but customer acquisition costs. Acquiring a new customer can run much higher than the cost of customer retention. Brand awareness. Successful marketing and social media campaigns, as well as responsive customer support on social media, can increase the reach of a company's brand. Loyal customers. Loyalty is increased through customer engagement that fosters emotional bonds. Number 4, strong customer experience. Engagement that extends the customer journey beyond the transaction can increase customer satisfaction and get customers to buy more. Anticipation of customers' needs. Strong engagement deepens a company's insights into customer behavior, needs, and preferences. This insight can lead to new products and services. So I mentioned content as a way to engage with customers, and content is probably one of the most common for me and is one I've been doing the longest. So, customers are more likely to visit a website when content is regularly posted. It is a great opportunity for package ship stores to showcase their knowledge and offer valuable information. I'll show you some examples here in a second. Strong content will also help with your Google search rankings. So, very simply, this is my website. On a website, we have a blog page, and in that blog page, we post articles on all sorts of topics around pack and ship services. And before I just start creating blog posts and haphazardly putting them on our site, I do keyword research, and that's something we can talk about in another video. But there is a method, there is a strategy to what I'm doing here, but doesn't always have to be. You could just post things that you want to post within your community, within maybe something that you are looking to take more interest in. And by posting blogs, it helps you learn as you post. But again, what I'm doing here is every door direct mail, sustainable plastic packaging, product packaging, promotional products, very dunnage airbags. I've done many of them. AI does most of the work. I create an outline. I take about 15 to 20 minutes, do a little research to see what other articles are on the same topics that I want to post on. Sometimes I'll copy and paste some of the information into my outline and have AI obviously rewrite it. But I give some direction to AI and it provides the blog post back. Very simple, very easy, and painless. Since I started to import our customer contacts from our POS to our CRM, I've done newsletters. I think I've started doing newsletters in August or September of last year, right around that time frame. But this is my new favorite way to engage with customers. Each month, I send a letter to our customer base. That's roughly about 1,100. And let me give you a so here again, I use Zoho. This is the CRM I chose. You don't have to use this one. This is the newsletter that I sent out here in it was February now, about a week or two ago. Time to refresh your lead generation strategy. Spring is in the air. I provide an introduction. I have an ask. This is going to be, would you take a moment to leave us a Google review? Reviews are something I neglected and of putting much more of an emphasis on those here in 2025. And it starts with our existing customers. Then I showed you the article I did on EDDM. I put an introduction to that same article under this heading feature article with a link to the article on my blog post. I have a tip of the day. And this one is, are you tracking and engaging with your customers effectively? Small business resources, spotlight on services, and then some package ship humor. This takes me maybe an hour to an hour and a half per month. It is, with AI, it just makes things so easy to do. So on newsletter, promotional emails, be careful when you're messing with promotional emails. You don't want to engage with your customers, always trying to sell them things. The purpose of the engagement is to either promote yourself as a thought leader, but providing valuable information to your customers. I use promotional emails certain times of the year, maybe once per quarter, and it's something that will benefit a clientele, a customer, but is not something that is a focus of ours. It really stems around newsletters, direct messages. If you have a CRM, you can easily send text messages to your customer base. I showed you the Google reviews I asked for. I will be in the next couple of weeks sending out a direct message asking for Google reviews as well. And then contests, I have not done a contest, but it's something that others have done. And so launching contests through social media is a great way to engage with your customers. They suggested running a best packing hack contest, for example, where customers share their best packaging tips for a chance to win free shipping. It's endless. These are four. I'm sure there's many, many more. Be creative, be strategic, do some brainstorming, and you can come up with many other ways, I'm sure. These could be whatever you want them to be. This is your business. It's something that you need to put together for that kind of complements your style. So where do you start? I'm going to make this very simple, and you can take it to whatever level you want to take it after the simple part is done. So firstly, you need to create a database from your existing and past clients. Folks, this is not something I would recommend for a beginner to do. If you're technical, you can, it's not a hard thing. It's just if you don't know basic stuff like Microsoft Access and Microsoft SQL, it's going to be very hard to have to learn that. So I would encourage you to hire a freelancer. They cost about $100 to do what you need them to do. Now, if you have thousands upon thousands of customers, this may go up, but it is a really good average for you. Once you have that database, you have someone to do the work for you, you want to upload it to an email marketing platform or CRM. I know I've already mentioned that. Zoho is the one I use. It's simple, great features, great benefits for me, and very inexpensive. And you can also use companies like MailChimp and Constant Contact. Little less it doesn't have as many of the features as a CRM does, but definitely will help with the emails, and it is very user friendly. So once we have that, the next part is to develop a newsletter template. I showed you mine. Create one of your own. AI can easily help you with that simply by saying, I have a newsletter I'd like to start. I have an existing customer base. I'm not sure of what type of format or categories or headings I should use. What do you think? And AI will spit out some options for you to choose from. Once you have that, you are ready to rock and roll. So, firstly, get that first newsletter out. These are some of the sections I showed you in mine. But once you have this, I encourage you to develop a 90-day content strategy. Put it into a Google Sheets or Excel spreadsheet and do something for 90 days out. It sounds like it's very time consuming to do, but again, with AI, it is very simple. Show AI, explain what sections you have in your current newsletter, and tell it that you want some content suggestions and ideas for the next 90 days, and you'll be surprised what it spits out. So again, I showed you some examples. Let me go back here and show you one more time. So this is the one that we did in February. Here is our January newsletter. Here we did Embracing the New Year. Here's my introduction. Featured article was why sustainable packing materials matter for your business. And if you recall, I already have that article. This just links to it. Tip of the day, small business resources, spotlight on services, and pack and ship humor. Very similar to the February one. I keep the headings the same and just change the content. And again, as I mentioned, all of this was created with AI, and it makes it so easy to do. And once you have a handle on this, start looking at additional engagement methods. Again, is the text messages asking for a review. That's a big one. Spreading the message for community. Things around the community is an excellent way to engage with your customers, assuming you're a local business, of course. But again, do some brainstorming, rely on AI, ask AI for some suggestions. What else can I do to better engage with our existing customers? So with that said, we're going to close out here in a minute. But in conclusion, if you own a pack and ship business, you need to be engaging with your customers outside of that single transaction. AI makes engagement a breeze. My suggestions are a guide. It's up to you to develop a system that works for you and your brand. And if you want a hands-off approach, I offer services to set up engagement strategies, and you can contact me at info@robraylis.com for details, or you could DM me here at YouTube. But again, if I can leave you with just one thing is you just have to start. Once you get the hard work out of the way, that initial stage of making the decision, getting your contacts over, the managing piece is so easy to do. And once you have it, you could do it for years and years to come. And when you decide to sell your business, if you decide to sell your business, that customer list, that setup is value and may have an impact on being able to sell to ask a little bit more than what your company may otherwise be worth, because this is value. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Start engaging with your customers, get them over, and please let me know. I would love to hear some successes you've had. And with that said, take care everybody. Thank you very much.